Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So guys, I was working on a video yesterday. I dropped it late yesterday evening because a lot of people are asking me how to claim your Spark tokens. So I created a how-to video and it was posted last night. I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys still haven't seen it. But this is the thumbnail for that. So if you guys still haven't set up your Ledger Nano to claim your Spark tokens, you can take a look at that video. And the steps are fairly easy, okay? I did the video in under 7 minutes. So there you go. It's super simple with the Ledger Nano, and I have all the resource documentation in the description of the video as well. I wanted to start this video off, guys, with a little bit of light news. The South Korean Film Festival will be powered by blockchain technology. Now, this is because of the beer flu. I don't know if you guys know, I'm in the film world myself. I am a writer and director, and some of you guys have been asking me about my short film that I was filming around this time last year. But let me start with this. An upcoming film festival hosted by Gyeonggi Film School will be held from September 25th to October 4th. Recently, the film festival announced its partnership with MovieBlock, a blockchain-based distribution platform. According to FN News, the festival's audience will be able to rate each other's films in real time in exchange for various tokens. Attendees will be able to contribute in other ways as well, such as by providing foreign language subtitles for various films in return for additional token-based rewards. Guys, film festivals have gone online this year just due to the pandemic, and so we're going to see a lot more of these innovative ways to watch media, to watch content. Now, I submitted my short film to a few festivals, and I am proud to announce that we have got accepted into 2 festivals so far. I don't want to name them right now because it still is a little early. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for reaching out, for asking me how I'm doing. You know, this year has been very, very difficult for film festival submissions. Everything's gone online. It's been a very strange year to say the least. You know, I wanted to go travel to some of these festivals, and obviously that plan has gone out the window. But anyway, I'm proud to announce the film has gotten into 2 festivals. Don't know if they're going to be pushing their festival date to have a live festival or if they'll also be going online. I will keep you guys up to date on the details. But guys, this is a cryptocurrency channel, so I want to talk about Bitcoin here. Bitcoin right now trading at about 11,400, and we're still not seeing too much in terms of movement here from this pattern here. You know, we're still kind of floating sideways here. This is Bitcoin on the daily. XRP on the daily is showing similar signs here. We saw a bit of a move up over the last couple of days. XRP trading at 0.272. But this is par for the course, guys. Of course, Bitcoin's still working its way up. History shows Bitcoin may take at least 3 to 12 months before it finally breaks all-time highs, guys, which is 20,000 per BTC. So I thought this was interesting because that is a critical point for Bitcoin. When we look at the Bitcoin chart, we know Bitcoin's, or rather this is XRP. I don't want to make that mistake again. When we look at the Bitcoin chart, okay, Bitcoin up here, this is its all-time high, 20,000 per BTC. That is kind of a critical psychological and realistic, I suppose, resistance level to break in order for price to really kind of soar to highs that we can only imagine. Now, what do I mean by that when I say that? All these other resistance levels within the Bitcoin chart, okay, so all these other levels Bitcoin has hit previously. But once we hit that high, we haven't seen, okay, there's no precedent to suggest that Bitcoin will go to here or here based on any other supply or demand zones, because once we've reached this is as high as it's gone. Now, we can best predict new highs based on Fibonacci tools, but ultimately the sky's the limit and supply and demand will dictate where the price goes next. And I found this interesting because they are saying it'll only take 3 to 12 months to break that $20,000 mark. Now, 12 months is on the long side. 3 months, I think, is on the short side. Let me read you some of this. Bitcoin has had 4 market cycles since its inception in 2009, from a bottom to a new peak. The cycle ranged from over 600 days to around 1,050 days. The most recent cycle has just surpassed 300 days, which suggests it could last 3 to 12 more months. If Bitcoin's price remains stable for several months to potentially a year, it could achieve 2 things. First, it could strengthen the fundamental ground of the next explosive rally as seen between 2016 and 2017. Second, it could cause other cryptocurrencies like altcoins to reach new heights as some investors predict. Now, why is this slow grind important, and why are we in a crucial phase for Bitcoin right now? And I've said this in the past, guys, we need to see that grind up in order for this bull run to continue in a healthy manner. If we continue to see, parabolic moves up, too many profit takers will take profit off the table, and then this could cause FOMO sell panic, which would indeed have more sellers than buyers, and then the trend will trend downward just based on that snowball effect theory. So it says here the steep vertical rally of Bitcoin could raise the chances of whales or large individual Bitcoin holders to take profits. When this happens, the over-leveraged nature of the futures market may result in a deep pullback due to cascading liquidation, so there's that as well. But if BTC gradually recovers over time and remains above the $10,000 support level, it could lead to a more sustainable and long-lasting bull cycle. 10% Holdings co-founder Dan Tapiero said, "Prepare to be patient in Bitcoin. Each upcycle takes longer to play out and is less extreme as absolute dollar values get much higher. May or may not be another 6 to 12 months before price breaks up. Should not matter as end price point becomes obscenely higher and hodlers will rejoice." And so I thought this was interesting down here, guys. If you're not looking at the screen, this is the Bitcoin rallies of the past. So the red one is the first cycle, the blue, the second cycle, the green one is the third cycle, and now we are in the fourth Bitcoin cycle for a rally, and we are kind of around here. Just past the 600 day. So, their thoughts are that it could extend out. I don't know if you're following my cursor here, is that it could extend out and be still several days, several months, in fact, before we see new all-time highs for Bitcoin. So I want to put something in perspective here. Let's just take a look at the last bull rally for Bitcoin. Again, guys, this is Bitcoin on the daily. And the last bull rally before the one of 2017, of course, happened in December 2013. That is when Bitcoin saw all-time highs. And if I just put this date range here, it took about... Before Bitcoin retraced to its all-time high, it took about 1,188 days. I don't know if that's an exact number because I'm just eyeballing it right now, but it's roughly 1,188 days. Okay, and where does that bring us in the cycle now? If I come over here and I take the same day range tool, what do we say? 1,188 would bring us to roughly 88 right here. Okay, that would bring us to roughly March, the end of March 2021. So right now it's August, the end of August. The end of March would bring us 7 months, okay? 7 months in the future, and they are suggesting anywhere between 3 and 12 months. So it could still be longer. It could be closer to that 12-month mark. This is just where we are at within the bull rally, and we know once Bitcoin reaches all-time highs, the sky's the limit for crypto. People will get excited in crypto. We even saw it over the last few weeks here with XRP. Okay, Bitcoin was rallying, and we saw XRP rally all the way from about 17.5 cents up to about 32.9, or roughly almost 33 cents. So we're going to see big moves in crypto once this happens. Going to keep moving along, guys, and I saw this from Binance.uk. Money is evolving. It's time to adapt. So not only is Grayscale now rolling out their advertising campaign for cryptocurrency adoption, we are now seeing it in poster ads in the UK from Binance. So this is interesting. It's interesting to see how mainstream this is getting, guys. So a cool little tweet there from Binance.uk. I also saw this, guys. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse claims that the Fed's inflation shift is good for crypto. So this has been part of the narrative as well. Apparently, Brad Garlinghouse tweeted something out yesterday regarding Fed Chairman Jerome Powell and the decision he's making with the U.S. economy. I'm just going to go to the tweet here. "The pandemic is throwing so many playbooks out the window," Brad Garlinghouse says. "Yesterday's action flies in the face of decades of precedent. Signs point to further dollar debasement in the near term, leading to further diversification of assets, which will certainly be good for cryptocurrency." Okay, I'll link this tweet thread here if you guys want to be part of it. Some funny memes here that people are posting. But also, I want to take it back to the main point here. As global populations continue to lose confidence in fiat currencies As we're seeing with the USD, they will choose to diversify. Our future global financial system will do the same. So there are debasement fears. Brad Garlinghouse is saying, this is going to be bad for the US dollar. But on the flip side, it's going to be good for cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency adoption. Here's another quote. We've had 30 years of Japan doing very, very aggressive policy, and you didn't get either inflation or growth there. Why do we believe we are going to be different? In some cases, I feel like the Fed feels like they are almost invincible. Like, we can do what we want, and this is going to be what we do, and it's not really going to affect anything because we're in control of this. But at the end of the day, when things don't go your way, and the dollar becomes, well, let's say maybe worth a little more than toilet paper, what will the people do? I mean, the smart ones will invest in alternative assets like cryptocurrencies, maybe precious metals. But this is kind of what we're faced with, okay? And Brad Garlinghouse, despite the fact that he has a vested interest in crypto regulatory clarity becoming widespread, he still sounds concerned about just, the well-being of the U.S. economy. Anyway, thought that was interesting. Going to leave that tweet there. More interesting news here, guys. This from Trade Traderson on Twitter. PayID trademark lawsuit could turn in Ripple's favor. So there was a lawsuit, obviously, with that Australian company who also has the PayID trademark. And they are suing Ripple for trademark infringement. But I thought this was interesting. Ripple looks safe for now. So for now, Ripple has agreed to geo-block Australian IP addresses from accessing its PayID by today and is set for an interlocutory injunction hearing. However, it must be noted that NPAA's claim on the PayID trademark has already lapsed, and IP Australia hasn't granted the NPPA the trademark reclaim. This means the trademark isn't registered yet, and the NPPA has no ownership over it. Sorry, I was saying NPAA. Anyway, I think you guys get it. So their temp measure to geo-block Australian IP addresses, I suppose that is good for the interim. Meanwhile, Ripple filed 2 trademarks at the U.S. Patents Office earlier this year for PayID trademarks, not to mention the Ripple Impact, Ripple X, and Ripple Net trademarks. Oh, and Blockstars, obviously, for their podcast. All these factors could turn the tides in favor of Ripple as the company has completely cooperated with the plaintiff. However, some members of the crypto community have pointed out that it is hard to believe Ripple was unaware of the existence of the NPPA's PayID, considering the fact that 2 of the NPPA's platforms are used by 2 members of Ripple's Open Payments Coalition. Interesting point there. Guys, I'll leave this in the description if you want to read further. And guess who sold the most expensive crypto domain to date? That's right, Unstoppable Domains, guys. The largest resale of a .crypto domain happened today. And I'm sure you guys can probably guess which one it was. Sex.crypto. Sex sells, what can you say? It sold for 230 Ethereum tokens. And this is the biggest sale they've had. I got my working money .crypto domain. Don't know if you guys have purchased your .crypto domains. They will actually integrate PayID at a later date. That's why I got mine. I want to be able to be paid with my crypto. I do have an affiliate link, guys, for an Unstoppable domain. If you want to get one, you can use my affiliate. You don't have to use it, though. Just thought that was interesting because, we know sex sells, right? I mean, who's really surprised by this news? All right. Gonna keep moving along here. It's the weekend. I'm having fun. This one from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple has hired an external cybersecurity and digital threat intelligence vendor to help with reporting and takedown efforts in response to numerous XRP giveaways and scams. So Ripple going hard on this. Here's a link from the Ripple Insights website here, how to spot scams, and it gives you guys some good tips on that. In many cases, the first warning that a giveaway ad is a scam is that in order to receive the reward, you must first send money and or provide your personal financial account information. For any real sweepstakes, winnings are always free and never ask for money or financial account information up front. So they have posted some examples of scams here on this within this blog post. People impersonating Brad Garlinghouse. Dear followers, Ripple is now listed in all the top exchanges to celebrate. We are current exchanges listings. Okay, there's typos in this. We have committed a total of 2 million XRP to give away to our fans worldwide. That's a scam. Okay, a lot of these are just scams, guys. If you ever come across a working money channel impersonator asking you for crypto, I will never ask you to give me your crypto. I will never ask anything like that from you guys. So if you do encounter an impersonator, somebody asking for your crypto, whether they're impersonating me or another YouTuber or Ripple themselves, guys, just don't believe it. It's all fake. It's all a hoax. Keep your XRP safe. on cold storage. I can't stress that enough, especially during this bull run when we're seeing gains. Gonna keep moving along though. Another one from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple partner MoneyGram is among multiple companies that were targeted by Bitcoin extortionists. So MoneyGram also falling victim to this. They were attacked by a large-scale distributed denial of service, a DDoS attack, launched by Bitcoin extortionists, according to a report published by ESET's WeLive security website. Other major financial companies that were targeted by cyber criminals include Yes Bank, Venmo, PayPal, and even the New Zealand Stock Exchange, the NZX. So they're not playing around. ESET claims that the bad actors used old playbooks to send ransom notes with cryptocurrency payment demands and threatening to unleash DDoS attacks and destroy the reputations of those companies that were not willing to comply. We will completely destroy your reputation and make sure your services will remain offline until you pay. That is fairly threatening. Okay, that's a quote from one of the notes. One thing that is peculiar about the most recent incident is that whoever was behind it was posing as a much feared cyber criminal gang like Russian espionage group Fancy Bear. The exact size of the ransom depended on the name of the group they were trying to impersonate, ranging from 20 BTC, which is about $228,000 USD. Cybersecurity and cloud service company Akame Technologies found out that the companies were indeed bombarded with DDoS attacks at almost 200 GB per second on August 24th. So, hackers taking advantage of the system, or not so much the system as, maybe the fact that the beer flu has been grating on people's lives for the last little while. I'm finding that we're seeing more and more of this, and it doesn't help that the cryptocurrency market is rising in tandem. It doesn't say here that they got anything out of MoneyGram, but guys, I'll keep you posted if I hear more. But with regards to progressing cryptocurrency adoption, guys, I saw this. And this has to do with China. This brought to me by Ripple Richie Rich at Wolf_Ripple on Twitter. Posted this article here from CoinDesk. Chinese bank disables digital yuan wallet after soft launch draws wide attention. So a major bank quietly opened up a wallet service for China's central digital bank currency to public users, but quickly disabled it after the feature gained widespread attention. So we're seeing there is demand for this, and I guess they thought they could fly under the radar, not drawing too much attention, but it did. Around noon on Saturday local time, users of China's construction bank, the CCB, one of the four big state-owned commercial banks in the nation, started to notice that the central bank digital currency wallet feature was available inside the bank's mobile app. By searching digital currency in Chinese, users of the app could navigate to the digital yuan wallet service and further activate it by registering with a mobile phone number associated with their bank accounts at CCB. It is unclear when CCB opened up the service, but news of the feature quickly spread Saturday among the Chinese cryptocurrency community and media. Some users were able to make small transactions. However, guys, it was disabled. Searching for the same term inside CCB's mobile app now leads to a message that says, "This function is not yet officially available to the public. Please wait patiently." I don't know why they would do this unless they were trying, I guess, some sort of proof of concept, but why would they, put it out to the public and have them be able to discover it easily? It doesn't quite make sense. Maybe it was a mistake internally on their end. Who knows, but clearly the Chinese government is working on something, testing something out with their digital yuan. We know that they've been in the process of doing this over the last year or so. We also read news just the other day that they want to have this ready for the 2022 Winter Olympics that will take place in China. So think about this, if you can go to China and not have to convert to their local fiat currency, you can just download an app on your phone and pay by using their digital yuan for anything that you want in that country. That could be very, very beneficial for tourism. So they're still sorting this out. Guys, I will leave this article in the description if you want to read further. What I found interesting was this, though, guys. This I originally saw from the Rock XRP at LuckyJohn_XRP on Twitter. Now, I did see this article from a few people, so I'm going to give them all credit. Ultimately, though, what's in this article is interesting because of what we've been hearing over the last several months. Now, Ripple says it's throttling growth of global XRP remittance platform, and here is why. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says the company has more demand for its XRP cross-border payment product than it can actually currently facilitate. So what have I, and probably many, many, many other people in the XRP community, been saying up until now? XRP price is going to go up with demand. There will be demand, and now we're actually getting, it's confirmed. There is demand for ODL, But it looks as though Ripple cannot actually supply their clients with that demand yet because what's the one hurdle? Cryptocurrency regulatory clarity. So, known as on-demand liquidity, the payment product relies on crypto exchanges to accept cash and move the equivalent value in XRP across borders, where it can be converted right back to fiat currency. As long as there is enough liquidity in the XRP marketplace, the transactions can process in seconds and largely bypass the issue of crypto price volatility. In order to ensure that liquidity stays sufficient, Garlinghouse tells Modern Consensus they've actually had to slow the adoption of the product. So they've had to slow it down. That is counterintuitive in business. Why are they slowing it down? The company has actually throttled that growth because one of the things that's important when using ODL is that you have to really have good liquidity on both sides of the transaction. And so if XRP doesn't have enough liquidity in the marketplace, then you can't put as much demand through. This is a quote from Brad Garlinghouse. The company recently hired former Goldman Sachs FX executive director Aditya Tarakia to help create a strategy to boost XRP liquidity and enlist more market makers, brokers, and exchanges. Garlinghouse also says demand for ODL is outpacing the company's overarching international payments platform, RippleNet, which doesn't require XRP. Ripple says more than 20% of all transactions on its global network of financial institutions now use their native currency. It was at less than 10% as recently as the fourth quarter of 2019. Guys, this is how fast this is growing. And I don't know if you remember way back when I don't know if I can find it here. No, I couldn't find it. And but I want to remind you of something. That's right. I was looking for it, but I couldn't actually find it. Do you remember when Ashish Burla tweeted out, I believe it was at the end of May 2020, that ODL is going to look very, very different over the coming months. And then sure enough, here's the Liquidity Index Bot Twitter page. Sure enough, here's the XRP European corridor. And since about June, it has decreased. ODL has decreased and stayed very, very low. The same has occurred in the Filipino corridor. This is XRP to the PHP. The same has occurred in the AUD corridor. This is the Australian dollar. And the same has also occurred in the Mexican peso corridor. This is the MXN in blue here. Everything has declined, and then liquidity has been low ever since. Now it's making a lot of sense considering Ripple is coming out and saying, look, we had to throttle this because there is just too much demand. And my thought is we just don't have, this is what they're saying, we just don't have the clarity in all these corridors to keep moving forward. So we've got Mohammed Sadiq here. This is where Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson are riddled with frustration around clarity. They actually have to put the brakes on. It's a shame that you and I, cryptocurrency investors, we're investing in a cryptocurrency that will do well in the future. Clearly, regulatory clarity, though, is holding it back at the moment. And he retweeted out Martin Volk, who also posted this article. And some people down here saying, so wouldn't price be up then? The price doesn't reflect it. Nice, but the price is still down 92%. The move up, when all is said and done, will be mind-boggling. This is where I want to put my focus. Let's not focus on the price today, okay? The price today is what it is based on supply and demand factors. Ripple has to throttle back, and I can only imagine that it is because of regulatory clarity. It's not because they're not ready. It's not because they don't have enough partnerships. It's not because they're not using the best cryptocurrency there is on planet Earth to facilitate these transactions. What it is because of regulatory clarity. And guys, when all is said and done, we are going to shoot through the moon. Some other people here, commenting on this post, but I'm thinking that regulatory clarity is playing a big part of this. Guys, if you have a different opinion, put it down in the comments because I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.